G'day, everybody. How's it going? Time for another episode of WTF Dave with your lovable asshole, Dave. All right, with this being my Christmas special, I got something important to do. So I want everybody right now to put your hand up and swear you will not fast forward this video because I have one of the greatest gifts to tell you at the end. It's cheap, it's free, and it will change somebody's world. But you got to wait till the end. So you got to promise me you're not going to fast forward this. Now, whether you promise me or not, if you fast forward it, the only one you're lying to is yourself. All right, Christmas special time. With this being Monday and me doing my shows on Monday and us being less than a week away from Christmas, obviously we got to do a Christmas special. Now, if you're expecting tinsel and trees and presents and I don't know, a nativity scene in the background, it ain't gonna happen. Why? Because, well, I'm broke. And like a lot of us out there, we're broke. Things have gotten tough. Things have gotten expensive. So, yeah. My Christmas special is going to be me in my undisclosed location telling you some great ideas for Christmas, some great things you should be doing, and one unbelievable present right at the end of this video, which you're not going to fast forward. You're going to wait. Okay. So, of course, with Christmas time and everything like that, a lot of people say happy holidays and season's greetings and happy new year and stuff like that. Well, okay, sure, there's nothing wrong with that. But what the fuck happened to Merry Christmas? Like, I said Merry Christmas to somebody today and they were offended. I don't get it. I maybe I'm old. Maybe I missed the memo or something like that. But how is Merry Christmas offensive? It's Christmas time. People are merry. Merry Christmas. But there are people out there that are offended by it. Odd. There's a lot more things out there to be offended by. And I don't think Merry Christmas is one of them. Right? Let's move on to the whole Jolly St. Nick's thing. Right? You're offended by Merry Christmas. Okay. You mean to tell me some jolly fat guy standing on the side of the street yelling out ho, ho, ho is not offensive? I know the odd person walking by him must go, who told you? Right? It's one of the few times of the year that you can say certain things that shouldn't be offensive. Like ho, ho, ho. Right? During December, you can yell out ho, 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 and nobody's going to slap you stupid. You yell it out in the middle of June or July, there's going to be somebody who's going to want to go, the fuck do you call me? So why aren't we spreading more Christmas cheer? Why aren't we saying Merry Christmas? Right? Like, worried about offending people? Well, if you're watching this show, guess what? I've probably offended you already. I don't get it, but I probably have. And it's probably going to happen again. Why? Because I'm going to do these shows every Monday for an entire year. But this is Christmas time, so let's move past it. With it being Christmas time, we have a jolly fat guy in a red suit that's more than willing to come around, go around the planet once a year, breaking into everybody's houses, dropping off presents that, whether your kid deserved it or not, they're going to get it. Why? Because that's just how jolly the guy is. Well, I've done the same. I've sent my letter to Santa, and if you haven't sent your letter to Santa by now, I don't think he's going to get it. But I sent my letter to Santa, only asking for one thing this Christmas. One thing. I want a copy of his naughty list. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I am single. The best way to find a good date, naughty list. But of course, Santa did get back to me. He really did. And he notified me that there's no point in me having a copy of the naughty list because I'm at the top of it. I thought it was in alphabetical order, but I made the top of the naughty list. Perfect. Well, at least I got that going for me. Awesome. I made the top of the list of at least one list. And it's nice that it's on the naughty list. Because we all know with my past videos, I'm the guy from the other side of the coin. There's winners and there's losers. Well, I know what it's like to be on the wrong end of the coin. Just happens. Like, you look at all these great Christmas movies and Christmas scenes that come out and everything like that, and everybody thinks they're all jolly and happy. Because everybody sees the one side of the story that you're shown. Right? We all know with Rudolph, had that nose that oh so bright. But when he was growing up, he was bugged and teased and this, that, and the other thing, until he became beneficial to Santa to spread the Christmas cheer. Now, out of that video itself, you see everything that happens and everything's great. But I'm the guy from the other side of the coin. So if you want to see another side to that story, look up Mad TV's. Mad TV's, yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Trust me on this. Great new way of telling the story. Makes a lot of sense. Don't show it to your kids. But you look at some of the other stories other than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Right? Look at A Christmas Story. You know, the kid. You'll shoot your eye out. Right? Dad with the lamp. Nobody likes it but Dad. We've all been there. There's certain things Dad likes, nobody else likes. But Dad's putting it up. Just is what it is. Right? And of course, those are the classic ones. Santa movies, reindeer movies, elf movies. Right. But what about some of the classic ones that are not really considered Christmas movies? We all know the big one. Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. It's shown at Christmas time. It's done at Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie. You know, with Bruce Willis. And one of the best bad guys on the planet, Hans Gruber. Falling off of Nakatomi Towers. Great movie. I watch it every year. Right? And we look at some of the other ones that are going on out there. Right? One of the classics that should always be shown every year, and I'm amazed it's still not being shown every year, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. If I could compare myself to one person in that movie, Cousin Eddie. It's just who I am. Great movie. Got Beverly D'Angelo, Chevy Chase in it. Should never be remade. Hear that, Hollywood? Never remake that movie. Hollywood's got bad ideas of remaking certain movies that shouldn't be remade. But we'll discuss that in another video down the road. I've got still 49 episodes of these things to do. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 49 episodes. And I need stuff to talk about. And they won't be exciting. They won't have all these odds and ends and this, that, and the other thing. Because why? I'm in my undisclosed location. Because when you're this pretty, you hide your face from the world. It happens. I don't want to steal all the glory. So, anyways, back to our Christmas stuff. With certain Christmas movies that are out there, everybody has a good laugh, everybody has enjoyments, everybody tries to make it through their day. Right? Christmas time, we go to malls, we deal with the stress there, we come home, we do dinners and stuff, we have the whole family over, everybody does all their stuff. Right? Everybody has a good time. Everybody's merry and jolly. Right? This is why saying Merry Christmas, I don't get why it's offensive. I don't know. Maybe in the comments, if you like this video or whatever, you'll subscribe and like and tell me why Merry Christmas is offensive, because I don't get it. I really don't. But that's okay. It is who it is. Like I don't know. I'm just getting old, losing touch with the world, right? Losing touch of what's going on around me, and that's what a lot of us are doing. We're losing touch with things, right? I know it's odd and unusual, and you're thinking, no, 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 Dave, I did this, I did that. Yeah, a lot of people out there are still doing things. But there's the one side of the coin they're forgetting about. And you're probably asking yourself, what's that? Well, real easy. When everybody's having a good time and everybody's being merry and jolly, you got to think about some of the people who will not be doing Christmas, right? The people in the military. A lot of them won't see Christmas because they'll be busy doing other things. The police department, busy doing other things. Fire department, other things, right? Now you think, oh, just because I named off of them, those are the first people, those are the first responders and everything like that. No, no. Let's look at the other side of the coin of other things. Think about all the people who can't take time off. Doctors, nurses. They can't take time off. Sure, they can take a little time to go home, but they're on call. Shit hits the fan, they got to come in. Whether it's Christmas Day, Christmas dinner, Christmas morning, they got to come in. Right? What about some of the other people out there that we don't look at? Right? You're looking at truck drivers. A lot of them will be running around. You're looking at people running hydro plants. Right? Without them doing their job, none of us got any hydro. Right? It happens. There's people out there that will not be spending Christmas home. Remember that. When you're about to yell at somebody. Remember that when that last gift you wanted to pick up for somebody and somebody beat you to it. Take a deep breath. Breathe. Count to 10 if you have to. But they could be picking up the one thing to give to that one person who's just not going to be there. Right? Like some of the other people that, I know I've mentioned off a bunch, but some of the ones that you probably don't really think about. Like, what about a PSW? And if you don't know what a PSW is, they're a personal support worker. They take care of the people that just can't take care of themselves. Whether it's in a retirement center, personal care, or going right to their house and taking care of them 24/7. They get to know those people. They get to enjoy those people. They meet them all the time. They spend years with them, learning their lives of what they've been up to. Then 1 year, they're not there. Whether it's a complication or old age, but they pass away. And that person who's grown attached to them now starts to feel sad around Christmas times and New Year's and everything like that. Because that one old person that they really like spending time with because they had a great sense of humor and stuff like that, not going to be there now. Right? So I know we're all happy. I know we're all jolly. And I know we're all looking for the best gift and the best way to make people happy throughout Christmas. I get it. But from my other videos, we all know I'm from the other side of the coin. And we also know around this time of year, suicide rates and stuff go up a lot. It just happens. People feeling sad, people not doing what they want to do, people not able to see or relive times that they had with somebody, or they've made some choices throughout the year that now they're sitting there looking at their empty Christmas table, looking at their tree with a handful of lights on it and nothing underneath it. I know it's sad, and I know that you're like, what the fuck, Dave? You're bumming my goddamn Christmas out. I get it. But we all know I don't sugarcoat things. Not going to lie to you. Not going to pull any punches. So that is the other side of the coin. We can all be that nice, happy, jolly person and act like nothing's going on. I do it every day. But what about the people who can't? What about the people at this time of year, it just gets to be a bit much for them? Right? Anybody around my age has all heard this song before. And it probably won't be played anytime soon because it's offensive. But we've all heard it. Right? And it comes out this time of year every year. Right? It's probably been on the radio. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time on the radio. But it's probably been out there. And if you know it, sing it with me. Right? So this is Christmas. And what have you done? Another year older. And a new one's just begun. So it's a very Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Right? We all know it. Sorry about the singing, but I'm a redneck. This is what happens. This is why I have a loud stereo in my truck so people don't gotta hear this shit. But it all happens. And for some of us, that one song can depress the living fuck out of us. It happens. Right? There's a lot of things out there that you wish could be normal. Could be as jolly as it once was when you were a kid. But as an adult, you know the harsh realities of life. Now, me personally, I'm in the same boat. I'm one of those people who's going to be dealing with a lot this Christmas. It is what it is. I won't bum you out about my Christmas, but it is what it is. I've got some great friends and they've already cheered me up, so I know I'm going to make it through this Christmas. But I'd like to talk about some of the people who aren't. Which moves me on to some of the greatest things you could do for people around this time. Right? Doesn't take much to throw a couple of bucks into the Salvation Army pot. Doesn't take much to drop a toy off at a toy drive. Hell, it doesn't take much to see that one person stressed out. Offer them a handshake, a hug, Merry Christmas. Tell them things will get better. They will. Right? Could be enough to just change their world just by that. So next time when you're reaching out for that one greatest gift, or you're about to lose your shit because somebody stole your parking spot, there's a few people out there that would like to even walk in the store, but they can't because they just can't. Right? They're dealing with so much. They got so much going on. Everything's gone up so much. They got so much to pay for. And there's going to be a lot of people depressed. So saying Merry Christmas isn't offensive. It could be just what somebody needs. So while you're sitting here listening to me going, I get it, Dave. I see where you're coming from. And yes, I didn't fast forward. I've sat here and listened to you ramble on for the last 19 minutes. And you started off good and then you went full on depressed. Because that's the harsh reality of Christmas. You're either extremely happy or an extremely sad, stressed out person. We've lost good people over the years. Some good friends. Great actors, comedians, people of power. All because they seemed extremely happy, but really, really depressed. This is the worst time of year for a lot of people. And I know I will have a hard time this year. But I will get through it. Because I have some fantastic people in my life. But for all the ones who don't, for all the ones who feel like this is it, this is the last year, I'm going to spread a little hope. I'm going to spread a little cheer, a little holiday magic. Merry Christmas. You are important. And people are thinking about you. They really are. Which moves me on to the end of my video. And I told you flat out I wouldn't tell you about my cheap, greatest gift you could pass on to anybody till the end of my video. Well, here we go. You've been listening to me ramble on for about 20 minutes or so. That's fine and dandy. And if you've liked what I've had to say, subscribe, like. It helps out. Helps out with my stuff. Helps me believe that people out there are listening. But while you've been sitting here listening to me ramble on for 20 minutes, you could have taken the time, made 4 phone calls, 5 minutes each, written a couple emails, done a video call, something like that, and just wish that one person you haven't talked to in a while, niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, grandparent, whatever, longtime friend that you haven't spoken to in quite a while. Pick up the phone, give them a call, wish them a Merry Christmas. Let them know that somebody was out there thinking about them. Because the greatest gift you've just passed on to them by making that phone call is hope. Hope. They now believe somebody actually cares. They now believe that somebody was truly thinking about them on one of supposedly the jolliest times of year. And just a little bit of hope could change that person's mind forever. You could have taken that phone call, that video call, that email, and changed their life to a point where, hey, maybe I will stick around for a couple more years. Maybe life isn't so depressing right now. Right? Or you might end up with what happens in, Billy Madison. Where at the end of the movie where that guy comes out and shoots the other guy. And then Adam Sandler turns around and goes, man, I'm sure glad I called that guy. Well, why don't you be that person? Why don't you be that person when you can look yourself in the mirror and go, man, I'm sure glad I called them. I'm sure glad I sent them an email or a Christmas card or something. Because that was just enough to change their point of view. And hold on. Because they know there's hope. They know there's somebody out there who actually thought about them. So whether you're a first responder, into personal care, or you're just an asshole like me, and you think things are going to be a little rough this year, don't worry. It will get better. So I'm going to start it off. Merry Christmas to all who's not having a good time. Merry Christmas to all who's stressed out and think, maybe this is my final year. It's not. Regardless on how much of an asshole I am, I always believe in hope. I always believe in a better day. So do me a favor, anybody who watches this video, stop watching it. After you subscribe and like, but stop watching it. Call somebody. As soon as you stop this video, call somebody. Wish them a Merry Christmas. Ask them how their day is going. You never know. It'll make a difference. It really will. So pass on the love. Say Merry Christmas with pride. And instead of listening to this asshole for the last 25 minutes, well, almost 25 minutes, cheer somebody else up. Let them know you care. It's just that simple. So now that I've depressed everybody on a Christmas, or maybe open up your mind a little, give her, spread some hope, some holiday cheer. Because the best present you can give doesn't come in a box, doesn't come wrapped up. It doesn't take nothing to do it, and it's totally free. All right, people. Till next time, remember, dance like nobody's watching, sing like nobody can hear you, and if you're gonna be an asshole, be the whole ass, because the job of asshole is already looked after. Till next Monday, Merry Christmas, everybody.